Okay. We're good.
All right. We got Brian and Chris from Sulaco here. They actually just did a in the studio interview with us. Now we're doing the YouTube interview. They just released an album called Build and Burn. Came out October 25th. You guys have been getting a lot of reviews for this record.
Yeah.
Most of them have been pretty positive so far, right?
Yeah. We've had about 6 or 7 maybe that we've found, and they're all very positive. So we're really psyched about that.
Waiting for the negative ones. Those are always.
The negative ones are fun to read.
These are fairly major sources they're coming from. I mean, Decibel was one that we mentioned, wasn't it? That,
Yeah,
or was
that was
that
for the last album.
that was for the last. My
Yeah.
mistake. I'm sorry.
I think in December they have one for this album coming
Cool.
out. And Revolver we're up on Revolver's homepage right now too.
I think I did see something.
Yeah, they also have a contest going to win a vinyl, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
One of the white ones.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
How can people buy these records? Buy the new record and probably even the past ones.
The past ones I think are probably done by now. I think Amazon you can get Tearing Through the Roots. I think I've seen it on there. But the vinyl you can get on Amazon.com, BestBuy.com. You can get it through our label HandshakeInc.com. And you can get them on iTunes, the downloads, and also the downloads on HandshakeInc.com.
Now, is the new album the only one that's out on vinyl?
Yes.
Um,
And I know, I'm pretty sure Relapse still has the 4-song, don't
Yeah, the 4-song EP. You can probably get that at relapse.com. Might be able to get Tearing Through the Roots through the Willowtip site, maybe.
yeah. I noticed on that record it seemed to be a lot of Chuck Schuldiner influence.
Yeah,
Were you guys huge fans of him?
yeah, definitely. That's always been a big influence. And, everybody in the band, I think, we can all probably agree on that band,
they? I think you can tell with Eric's writing, the way he writes, and like the way Lethargy was, that he was heavily influenced by Death too.
Yeah, he gets a lot
His
of
vocal style is very.
Yeah, the comparisons with the vocal styles.
Yeah.
Hear about a lot.
How long was the recording process for the new record?
It was actually done in, what was it, 6 months, 7? No, it was almost a year and a half, wasn't it? That it took. But we went in and we did the guitar and drum tracks in May, and then the following year, December, we finished up the vocals. So it was a long process to get it done, but actually it was only about about 2 days total recording time.
Yeah, but since then it's been mixed by Neil Kernan, so he banged that out pretty quick too, and he sent us songs to check out. It sounds, by my opinion, incredible now compared to how it did before. So.
Yeah, we're impressed with what we've got, man.
Yeah. Neil Kernan of Hall & Oates fame, as well as Nile, Cannibal Corpse, Queensryche.
Yeah. Flotsam and Jetsam.
That's diversity for you right there. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Macabre.
nice guy. He's cool.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
Cool.
Yeah, isn't he? He does Manowar stuff too, doesn't he?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I want to die. He's done a lot of things. His discography is giant.
Yeah. Now we did talk about this somewhat in the studio interview, but you guys did a video for The Approach.
Mm-hmm.
How can people find that video, and who directed it? And
You can find it on Vimeo and on YouTube. Vimeo's got the high def version with the Neil Kernan audio on it. If you just do a search for Sulaco The Approach, it'll pop up. And our friend Greg Herman actually directed it, wrote the story, got the permits, got the cinematographer. He basically did it for a portfolio piece for his business. So it was about, it was a long process to get it. It was 2 days of actual shooting, and then probably a good 8 to 9 months of post work on it until we finally got the finished product, and it came out great. So.
Drawing a blank here for a second. That happens. What other bands have you guys played in?
Oh boy.
Well, we were
That's a
both
long
in.
list.
We were both in another band called Within, which was years and years ago.
I was in BML. I'll just start from Within. So Within, BML, Sulaco, Philo Beto, Old Boy, bunch of projects, little small things.
Yeah.
And Chris, you did some time in Hate Machine for a while.
Yeah.
You and Fred.
Yeah, Fred, who was also in the band. Yeah, he went on to Psyopus after that.
Well, what does he actually do now? Is he still jamming, or?
Yeah, he's
Plays guitar for a band called Minds Open Wide.
Hmm.
He's ditched the bass and he's all guitar now.
Probably does it just as well.
Very unique style.
Amazing,
He's
yeah.
finger picking out of this thing.
yeah, he plays how he would play bass, but he's
Yeah.
playing it on a 6-string. You know?
Nice.
It's incredible. It's like kind of like a flamenco almost. You
Yeah.
know?
I saw Psyopus when he was still in the band. I think, actually, when Greg was still in the band. They did a show with Premonitions of War at the Bug Jar. And that show was just nuts.
Yeah.
Psyopus was a crazy band.
The Bug Jar is known for just getting some heavy as hell obscure shows, and that was a perfect venue to watch that.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you guys while playing on stage, or just weirdest thing, you know, being involved in the band?
I've been lucky. I haven't seen too many weird things happen. Weirdest thing I ever saw was in Within, the other guitar player Charlie, who who plays guitar for Burn Everything now. He lost his pants in the middle of the show. You remember that? His pants fell down. He was playing in his boxers.
Oh, yeah, where was that?
That was at the arcade.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't. Nothing too strange has happened that I can remember anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have more experiences than me.
Yeah, I wish I had a story to tell you. I'm sure there are some, but probably they faded in my memory.
Replaced by other things.
Yeah. I only have so much space. I have to delete things.
Now, I know that you've been, Chris, you've been a member of Sulaco since the get-go, but
Yeah.
how many years have you been in the band, Brian?
I want to say I joined in 2006. They had been toying with getting a singer and getting another guitar player. A couple things fell through. At that time, BML had broken up, and I was looking for something to do. And Eric and I have talked about it before, just kind of jokingly, because of time issues with me. And so the opportunity arose, and I was just like, well, you want to give it a try? And here I am.
Yeah, he's added a whole new dimension in the band. It's a wall of power now coming from the guitars. It's pretty nice.
I got a slightly different approach to writing too, so it gets the songs a little bit slightly different sound.
Yeah, you kind of hear it in the new album. There's some definite Brian riffs in there.
Soraya from the last Full of Lost had said that he hears a lot of lethargy stylings on this.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, the lethargy things are mostly stuff that I wrote.
Yeah.
Considering that
Yeah.
Burke is the one that was in lethargy.
He's kind of shying away from those things, so I kind of left it to myself to go back to the slightly crazier one note or single note crazy riffs, off time, weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, they had a big influence on everybody we know.
Yeah.
How did you guys get the Mastodon show? That was like, what, at least a little over a year ago now?
Like a year and a half, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was in May of 2010. I only remember that because we played the Maryland Death Fest that same weekend.
Oh yeah.
So, well, they had to cancel a show here, so it was an off day.
It was in
the
April
weather.
because it was supposed to be between the buried and me. Actually, I think Bill got sick at this one.
Yeah.
The one before it was the weather. They were supposed to play on
Yeah,
Valentine's
so it was
Day.
twice that they couldn't come.
Yeah.
So yeah, they weren't even, Rochester wasn't even on this tour. So they wanted to come back just because they missed the last couple. So they,
Yeah, I think they just called. They called Eric just to see if we wanted to do it.
Yeah, because
We were like,
Ron and
okay.
Bill used to jam with him, right?
Yeah.
Lethargy.
They were in Lethargy. Yeah.
And those guys were on one of the Today Is the Day albums too, weren't they?
Yep. Yeah.
With the
Eyes of God. Yeah.
Now, is that dude actually from around here, or?
No,
Steve Austin. He's Boston, right?
Yeah, somewhere New England, somewhere Massachusetts.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they got picked up for that.
If you guys could tour with any one bigger band, who would it be?
A bigger band? I don't know. I know we would love to tour with the Ken Mode guys. They're just excellent people, and that band is amazing. I don't know if you guys heard them or not, but they're insane.
We actually had that album earlier this year.
Bigger bands? I don't know.
Yeah.
We like to keep it simple.
Did you guys actually play with Ken Mode and Fuck the Facts at Jar? Or at least it was Ken Mode, wasn't it?
It was Ken Mode. We play with Ken Mode every time they come through, pretty much. So, I don't remember the name of the band they brought in last time, unfortunately.
Atlas Moth.
Yeah, Atlas Moth.
Yeah, that was at Ellison Park, so that was a park show on a Wednesday, a rainy Wednesday, and that was a fun show.
Outdoor show in the middle of town.
Well,
right?
yeah, it was at one of the lodges. Where you don't want to be when it's raining is Ellison Park. It was just, the water's rising, and you're like, oh, I think we might be spending the night, maybe.
Yeah, bringing back memories of past shows that I've seen like that. Hate Machine did a free show at Freeman Park out in Mumford. And I think I remember the cops coming and threatening to shut it down like a bunch of times, and Hate Machine played, and then Fuel played after them. Fuel got like a song and a half into their set, and cops were like, okay, shutting you down.
Yeah, you never know.
Me and some friends drove from Newark out to there, and that's easily like an hour and something trek.
Yeah. Ellison Park, that's where we usually put shows on. We also put shows on in Powderville. They don't seem to bother us. They stop by just to make sure everything's okay, but they don't really.
Yeah.
As long as we're not disrupting anything and nobody's breaking anything, they pretty much leave everyone alone. We can do whatever we want as long as we're done by 10. Yeah. So I think those, even though they may not be the best sounding shows, because cabins do not sound great, they are probably the most fun shows. I think. Definitely.
Yeah.
Now you guys got a couple of shows coming up. One in November and one in December.
Yep. Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday at the Lost Horizon.
Yeah.
Which is the 25th.
Yeah.
25th. Yeah.
Yeah. And what other bands are on that bill?
I know.
Is the actual band Black Friday on that bill?
No.
Because there's a band from like Ithaca, Cortland way, I think, that's called that.
That would be perfect, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I'm sorry, I can't remember the names of the
Yeah.
bands. I
Actually,
apologize.
Soraya.
There's one band that's at the tip of my tongue, but I can't.
When we read the show listings up, I think like the whole list of bands is on there. And then you play a show with Burn Everything.
Yep.
And Ocean of Insects.
That's December 23rd at the Bug Jar.
That's a Friday night,
That's a
right?
Friday night, yeah.
Yep.
And those Christmas shows are always amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's in town, so.
And then Keel Hall's coming.
Oh yeah, Keel Hall in May. It's going to be Malformed, us, and Keel Hall in May at the Bug Jar. That's a long time away, but.
Malformed.
Malformed are twisted.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to get those guys in here someday.
Yeah.
We've been working on that.
I actually seen them play Tommy's out in Newark. And like Tommy's is usually a hippie bar.
Oh really?
So them just showing up and setting up and playing, and all the hippies that were in there were like
Bursting into flames spontaneously.
like running out of the place like, holy crap. A little hick town like Newark, and then all of a sudden something like that shows up and plays there. It was awesome.
Yeah, they're good guys too. The guys in
Yeah, they're
Malformed.
cool.
Well, we thank you guys for coming up.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Anytime.
And Build and Burn is in stores now
Yep.
through digital outlets, and you can buy the vinyl through Amazon and Handshake Inc. and a few other places. Probably Record Archive available
Yeah.
before
at
the end
some
of the
point.
year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll see it there.
And
I know Amazon, Best Buy, CD Now, all those places are offering it on their sites. So.
any chance that you'll have a record release show for it?
Well, we kind of did one in April before we knew what we are gonna do with the album. It was a CD
yeah.
release show at the Crown.
Yeah, so
We just burned CDs. I think it's been out there for so long, at least locally, that a CD release show, or a release show in general wouldn't be too much of a big thing because everyone already has it.
Yeah, our friends are over it by now.
Yeah.
They've got it committed to memory front to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, again, thank you guys for coming out.
Thank
And
you.